Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Richard, and this is the Mind of Rich. Do 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 do. I need an intro. Yeah, I need a musical intro. I was thinking some of these videos, it would be funny to start with the Looney Tunes theme song, especially end with it. It's a good comedic touch to end with the Looney Tunes theme song. I think it's funny for people to end that way. So this is what I'm looking at. I need to get a better view though. So how do I do that? I guess this is the one right here. 5. Maybe this one. Okay, so I need to fix this. Can I fix that? Webcam. This one. Yeah, this one. I need to go. Can we shrink you at all or no? But we do something like that and then we like shrink it smaller. Looks a little better. This one. Can we bring you in? It's nice and snug. There, can we bring you in? Snug. Okay. Bring you in. There we go. Okay. There. Looks like that's where I'm supposed to be. So save that now. Lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. It's locked. And I am recording. And we are live. This is unlisted, so people are not watching. But this is what I want to go over today. Now, this is, oh man, that sucks. So this is a big thing that I am trying to, the thing is that my thing is in the way. So maybe I need to make my thing smaller. Is that any more helpful? Is this even more helpful? No. That one is, I'm very tiny. But I guess that's okay. Yeah, maybe I can do an intro. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. So where's this one? This one is here. Let me just move this a smidgen. Smidgen. Just a little bit more this way. And then we lock that. We got this and this together. Oh wait, can we group you? Group. Cop, yeah. Don't see it. That'll have to work. Okay. All right, so we're gonna have to start this way. So I don't know, wait, let's start this way. Yeah, this way. Okay, so hello everybody. This video, I'm explaining this school bus brain concept, and I'm expanding on it. This chart that we're going to look at is like central casting. So it's going to describe all the characters. And the deal is we have 5 negative self-talk characters. And this is like the whole point of this exercise, is to try to manage these people better. And these are like voices in your head. So these are like different thought streams that will show up throughout the day. And some people, you know, experience more like the warrior versus others. So everyone is heavy in one and light in the other, but I'm sure everyone can relate to all of them. And I think everybody has all these in them. So 5 negative self-talk characters. I figured that this is going to be like a cartoon, almost like South Park or something, but I figure these 5 negative self-talk characters will be like the main characters of the show. And I had assumed they'd be children. So I was actually thinking, I don't want to just like copy South Park, you know, but I was thinking that this could be like a kids traveling soccer team, but they're also ninjas. I mean, they're ninjas and they're soccer players. Come on. And even the team's name is the Net Ninjas. And, but they're secret underground. No one knows they're ninjas, but their team name is the Ninjas, the Net Ninjas, and they play soccer. And it's mainly about, I mean, this is about life. So, but I figure to make it of like a coming of age time for the main characters, or like, you know, school time, there's so many stories that everyone can relate to in the school years. So we have these negative self-talk characters, and then we have 5 positive self-talk characters that balance or help along the negative self-talk characters. And so I figure the positive self-talk characters are mentor-like figures, either like mother or father, grandparents, uncle, teacher, coach, maybe what else? Religious figure, community figure, you know, people who are looked up to and kind of mentor people. They could be big brothers and sisters even too. I don't know. I have more leeway with these positive self-talk characters because I feel like they're not as interesting as the negative self-talk. So, but I have this all connected. So, okay, now we'll go to this one. This one. Okay, so here is everything. I think I need to zoom out a little bit. Okay. So I don't know if that fits all this. I'm covering up right there, but that's okay. So here are these 5 characters. Negative self-talk. These are the negative self-talk characters. And so this I got from my psychologist, who I'm seeing right now. And helping me with managing negative self-talk. So she gave me this worksheet, and it has like the 5 types. And so I'm trying to become more aware of the thoughts, the thought streams, and how they make me feel, and, you know, just trying to get more separation from these. So I'm going to turn them into characters, and I'm going to use this cartoon to play out the drama that's in my brain. And instead of just keeping it in and thinking about it, I'm going to turn that into artistic beauty. Do you understand? Yeah, okay. So, negative self-talk characters, positive self-talk characters. Well, we'll go through each of them, but so I have like a main emotion that they have, and like their main, what they're known for, what they do or what they create, also what they commonly think. And then I have like the image of like, who am I imagining this character to be? So like the warrior, I have Charlie Brown, or Butters from South Park. It's that type of character. Yeah, so I feel like the negative self-talk characters are more concrete in my mind. Like I know more about these people. The positive self-talk,
I feel like I am underdeveloped in. So I'm trying to grow these ones and make them interesting. But I figured it would be boring if these were just like perfect people. I figure that wouldn't make for very good stories. So I also have character flaws associated with each of these positive self-talk characters. And yeah, we'll get into that. So first, I guess, let me go through each one and just explain the character, and then I'll describe how these are connecting here, because we have different stories and different relationships that are connecting. And hopefully that's going to be plot points and, you know, interesting things, interesting stories and experiences. So let's zoom in here. Okay, negative self-talk characters. The Worrier, which I have as a Charlie Brown or Butters figure. My father is a Worrier, so I put him as an adolescent in there too. And even myself, I think I can relate to all the characters, and I think everybody can, but these are just like the ones that make sense for me to label in my brain so that I know who's talking. So the Worrier creates anxiety and imagines the worst case scenario. He overreacts to fear and anxiety, and his what do you call memo, his motto, I guess his mantra is what if this happens? What if that happens? What if something bad happens? What if something negative happens? What if something scary happens? What if something dangerous happens? So that is that character. Now the balance, and this is where the stories come in, because the Worrier is going to need a mentor type figure to help them get through these things. So this is the balance of the Worrier is the handle anything guy, and he creates confidence and competence, and his mantra is, so what? I can handle this. I can handle anything. Like I said, he balances the Worrier. He's a confident person, happy person, maybe like an expert carpenter or builder or something like that. So, and then I do go into character flaws for the positive self-talk just because I want it to be interesting and maybe humanize these people more. So I figure the handle anything guy, so he was once the Worrier, and then he learned how to not become the Worrier, and he became the handled anything guy. But now that he's the handle anything guy and not the Worrier, his character flaw is that he tries to control and overplan. So that's this line going down, this red line is connecting him to another character, which is they share the same character flaw. Okay, so it's a cycle. So I figure this handle anything guy, he can be kind of an over planner, maybe a little controlling, wants to control everything. And that is the character flaw of this boss character. Creates an inflated self-image, concerns with justice and fairness, the right way to do things, knows what's best for others. Yeah, you should do it this way. Okay, so where do we go from here? So we did the Worrier, we did handle anything. Now we're going to the second negative character, is the Critic. And so the Critic has been loud for me recently, and I'd like you to shut the fuck up, please. So this Critic character creates low self-esteem. Yeah, when I put those videos out, this Critic character became very loud in my mind. So I haven't really done much on this thing now, other than what you're seeing. But I haven't really recorded a lot of videos or wanted to put anything out there. I feel stupid kind of for putting those videos out. So I feel like I'm grasping for attention or seeming dramatic or whatever. Anyway, let's go back to this character, the Critic. I imagine this being like my mom, to be honest with you. My Catholic accountant mother. Also a Judge Judy character, and my mom's mom, Grandma Tiny. Then I also have Squidward. Oh, I misspelled that, not Squidmard. Squidward from SpongeBob. I like the sound that he makes, just like you know, he's always kind of being very critical. And yeah, so the critic creates low self-esteem, constantly judging others and himself, points out flaws, makes others feel like a failure, ignores positive qualities, emphasizes inadequacies, and his mantra is, that was stupid, that was wrong, that's not good. So the critic's balancing character is saint acceptance. And so this person creates self-esteem. And its mantra is, I'm great the way I am lovable, capable, and talented. And I figure this would be like a Jesus or Mother Mary type of figure. Balancing out the critic. Yeah, just someone who's like very accepting of everything. I don't know, who's like the most accepting type of people? Are hippies? Hippies can be accepting, so maybe this person can be a little bit of a hippie. But I figure the flaw for this saint religious character could be he gets a God complex. So God complex, I would say, is like an ego type of issue. So I would also connect this saint acceptance character to this boss character. Because once you get a God complex, I think you should control things. So the boss character is going to be one of the main characters, and I guess I see it, and I'll try not to just straight up copy the character, but the Cartman character in South Park, this is really like, just think of Cartman. So, okay, the critic, and then we got the saint acceptance, and then we got his character flaw, and now we're going to go to the boss. Stop doing that. Okay, the boss creates an inflated and unbalanced self-image, concerned with justice and fairness, constantly dictates what's right, tries to control things should be done the right way, knows what's best for others, and takes credit for others' work. You should do it this way is his mantra, and he's insensitive to others' feelings. I figured this one would be like a CEO type of figure, Hillary Clinton type of person, maybe like a liberal woman judging others' behavior, or like a school chaperone. I also want to put in the Republican that judges other people's finances. So I'd even have to put a little bit of Trump and Napoleon and Cartman in there. So this is going to be a very strong-headed character. I guess you could say evil. So the boss is balanced by the team player, the glue guy. And the glue guy is humble, balanced, has a balanced self-image. It's okay if it's not my way. Everybody's view is valid and important. There is more than one way to complete a task. I can trust others. I don't need to control everything. This is mantra. This balance the boss. He goes with the flow. He likes different perspectives. He's open to listening. And yeah, I guess the person that I think of when I see this is me. So I guess maybe the good rich. I call it the empathic rich or the good rich. So it'd be like my positive aspects. Because I'm definitely not all this. But I feel like I can be that person. Now, so the character flaw of this glue guy is gets tricked or taken advantage of, lays down too easy. Yeah, I feel like maybe he can, or maybe being like a martyr. Yeah, maybe I'll put that in there. I need to put that in there. Martyr. Okay, we got martyr there. So, okay, so he gets tricked easy, kind of like a martyr. So I connect him to this character, the victim, which is what's next anyway. So yeah, his character flaw will connect him to this victim character. So this victim creates depression, feels helpless and hopeless, unable to protect, care, grow, and thrive, believes there is something fundamentally wrong with them, see unsurmountable obstacles, complains and regrets, and he thinks it will never work out and I'll never be able to. Now this one I feel is like a Eeyore character, or like a teenage drama queen that cries about everything, or even like me when I'm in a depressed state, when I'm in a victimhood state. So yeah, it's interesting that I think I'll play this one and something like this one too. So okay, I guess I'm all of them, so, but I tend to favor some over others. Okay, so this never quit guy is the balance to the victim, and this never quit guy, I'm not sure if I have him thought out, but John Cena or Jerry Rice or The Rock or some type of coach figure. I was figuring it would be that. He creates confidence and worthiness and optimism. Progress happens in stages. It's never too late to change. I can help myself is his mantra. Okay, but the character flaw of this never quit guy is that he can't let go and he can't lose. He gets stressed out over exertion. So yeah, he can overexert himself and become exhausted, and that leads us to the fifth and final character flaw, or no, I'm sorry, negative self-talk character is the perfectionist. So this never quit guy and the perfectionist share this character flaw. So the perfectionist creates chronic stress and burnout, pushes beyond exhaustion, constantly says you're not good enough, is intolerant of mistakes and setbacks, disbelieves that you have inherent self-worth. Self-worth is dependent on externals, and the mantra is, I have to do this to win. This character I imagine being like Steve Jobs, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or the American Psycho character in American Psycho. Okay, so there's that one. Now the perfectionist. The perfectionist is balanced by the Zen master, and he creates health, nourishment, peace, acceptance, and wisdom. His mantra is, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm still worthy if I mess up. Life is too short to be taken so seriously. I imagine this to be like an Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda figure. Also maybe a little bit of like a grandmother who is just a really, what is the term? Efficient cook with like, she can make great meals with very little ingredients. So I figure like a health coach or a nutritionist or something. Character flaw of this Zen master is he or she lives an uneventful life and can get lonely. So I think that can happen with these Zen masters. I don't think they're perfect. They choose their peace, and that could be a little lonely sometimes. So the Zen master, so that connects him to the victim. Or maybe that connects him to the warrior. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it connects him because it feels helpless or nah, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to change this blue line to the other one up there. Let's exit. I'm going to editing this blue line. I think I'm going to take this up to the warrior. Yeah, the Zen master gets anxious sometimes that he is just going to be alone for his whole life. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. So these middle connections, like between the mentors and the negative self-talks, I figured these are going to be the main storylines. So between the warrior and the handle anything guy, there needs to be like a really strong plot. What happens, this happens, therefore this happens, therefore this happens, and it's a whole progression and story. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of what these characters would talk about, what kind of stories would happen, what kind of lessons and growth experiences would we see here. I guess between each and every line, there's going to be lessons between each and every line. And oh yeah, so, and then these ones back here, like where I connect the negative self-talk characters to the other ones, I figure these will be how they enable each other. So these ones over here are like the worrier, the critic, and the victim. All three get together and they tend to create more of their character flaw. So they could be like really good friends and like each other, but they enable each other and they increase their problems. and then the mentorship characters come in, and then they try to right the ship that way without being too controlling, hopefully. So like the critic, I have the critic and the perfectionist are gonna be partners in crime, and so they're gonna create stress and low self-esteem with what they want to accomplish, and they're just going to tell each other they can never work hard enough and all that stuff, and they're going to be exhausted and low self-esteem and stressed. And then the positive self-talk characters come in and guide them to the Holy Land or to a happier place, helps them see the lesson. So those are those connections. Yeah, I have the boss and the victim have a connection. Like the boss tricks the victim and takes advantage of him. I have the boss and the perfectionist try to take over the world, I bet. Then I have these character flaws. So these characters will also have character flaws, and it connects them to these ones here. So that's what the diagonal lines are. So anyway, yeah, that's my idea. Hopefully this turns into a cartoon or something. That would be cool. I'm not much of a drawer, or like in terms of human figures and characters and stuff, but maybe I can try to do something and make some character designs. I mean, I've always kind of wanted to do that anyway. So maybe I'll try to mock up, is that what they say? Mock up some illustrations. Okay, so, and yeah, I figure this whole thing is like a soccer team, a kids soccer team, and like school community, but these kids are also like either secret agents. They've been contracted by the FBI or CIA. That's what I think would be fun. So they're athletes, play on a soccer team, and they do that for fun and support. They go to school. The mentors are just like other people in the community, either teachers or coaches or parents or relatives. So they'll all kind of be in the same town or run in the same circles. And there will be other characters. I mean, like, I gotta think of other characters. So I'm not sure how many characters are in South Park, but I don't know. I mean, probably a lot if you can like think of all the small ones, but all of the like normal people that you see, the regulars, I guess you call it the regulars. I don't know how many that would be. 25? Is that too many? So we have 5 main, we have 10, or we have 5 main, and then we have 5 supporting, and then we have all the other townspeople. And then we have the connections and the stories, how they help each other out and how they enable each other to cause more problems. Now I just need to write what happens. So what is the story? What is the main point of this whole thing? Health. Health is the main point of this whole thing, is a happy fucking brain. So that's what I got. How long was that? About a half hour. I'm gonna stop there. Go get him. How do I stop? How do I stop it? How do I stop there?